can go no further. Oh, I died for food. Here, lie me down and linger on my grave. Farewell, kind master. I have now had no greater heart in thee. Live a little. Comfort thyself a little. If this uncouth forest yield anything savage, I will either be food for it, or I will bring it for food to thee. Thy death is nearer to conceit than thy powers. For my sake, hold death awhile at arm's end, and if I will not be with thee straight, I shall give you leave to die. But if thou diest before I come, thou art a mocker of my labor. Well said, thou lookst cheerly. Yet, thou liest in the bleak air. Come, I will bury thee some shelter, and thou shalt not die from lack of dinner, if there live anything in this desert. Cheerly, good Adam.
I think he'd be transformed into a beast, for I can nowhere find him like a man.
My lord, he is but now godness. Here he was merry, hearing of a song.
If he, compacted jars, grow musical, we shall shortly discord him into spears. Go seek him out. Tell him I will speak with him.
Since my labor by his approach.
Why, how now, monsieur? What a life is this that your poor friends must woo your company? What? You look merrily.
A fool! A fool! I met a fool in the forest! A motley fool! A miserable world! As I do live by food, I met a fool who laid him down and basked him in the sun and railed on Lady Fortune in good terms. In good set terms, and yet a motley fool. Good moral fool, quoth I. Nay, sir, quoth he, call me not a fool till heaven has sent me fortune. And then he drew a dial from his poke, and gazing on it with lackluster eye, says very wisely, it is 10 o'clock. Thus we may see, quoth he, how the world wags. 'Tis but an hour ago since it was 9, and after an hour more, 'twill be 11. And so from hour to hour we ripe and ripe, and then from hour to hour we rot, and thereby hangs a tale. When I did thus hear the fool, morrow on the time, my lungs began to crow like Chanticleer. That fool should be so deep contemplative. And I did laugh sans intermission and alibi his style. Oh, noble fool, a worthy fool! Motley's the only wear. I am as vicious for a motley coat.
Thou shalt have one.
It is my only suit, provided that you weed your better judgments of all opinion that grows rank in them, that I am wise. I must have liberty withal, as large a charter as the wind, to flow on whom I please. For so fools have. And they that are most galled with my folly, they must laugh. And why, sir, must they so? The wise is the plainest way to marriage drift. He that a fool doth very wisely hit, doth very foolishly, although he's smart, not to seem senseless of the bar. If not, the wise man's folly is thus anatomized even by the squandering glances of the fool. Invest me in my motley. Give me leave to speak my mind, and I will through and through cleanse the foul body of the infected world, if they will patiently proceed on my medicine.
Fie on thee. I can tell what thou wouldst do.
What for a counter would I do but good?
Most mischievous foul sin and chiding sin. For thou thyself hast been a libertine, as sensual as the British sting itself, and on the embossed sores and headed evil, that thou wouldst license a free foot, as disgorge which thou disgorgest this general world. Forbear!
Forbear, Reggie, no more!
Why, it ain't done yet.
Nor shall not till necessity be served.
Of what kind should this come?
Sir, art thou thus balden man by thy distress? Or also rude despiser of good manners, which in civility thou seemst so empty?
You touched my mane at first. The thorny point of smooth distress hath taken from me the show of smooth civility. Yet I'm inland bred and know some nurture. But forbear, I say! He dies that touches any of this fruit, till I and my affairs are answered.
And you will not be answered with raisin, I must die.
What would you have? Your gentleness shall force more than your force prove us to gentleness.
I almost died for food, and let me have it!
Sit down and feed, and welcome to our table.
Speak you so gently, pardon me, pray. I thought all things had been savage here. Therefore could I, on the countenance, stern commandment, but let gentleness my enforcement be, in the which I hope I blush and hide my sword.
Therefore sit you down in gentleness. Take upon command what we have that your wanting may be ministered.
Whilst like a doe, I go and find my fawn and give it food. There's a poor old man who hath lived many a weary step in pure love. Being oppressed with two evils, age and hunger, I will not touch a bit till he first be sufficed.
Go seek him out, and we'll nothing waste for your return.
I thank thee, and be blessed for thy comfort.
Thou seest, we're not all alone unhappy. This wide and universal theater presents more woeful pageants than the scene wherein we play in.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. Then the whining schoolboy, with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail unwillingly to school. And then a lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress's eyebrow. And then a soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice, in fair round belly with wood capon line, full of wise saws and modern instances, and so he plays his part. The 6th age fits into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youth beholds well saved, a world too wide for his strutting shank, and his big manly voice going against those childish devils, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all, that ends his strange, eventful history, his second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans eyes, sans teeth, sans taste, sans everything.
Shut down your venerable burden and let him be.
I thank you most for it. So have you need. I scarce can speak to thank you for myself.
I will not trouble you as yet to question you about your fortune. Let's have some music. The good cousins sing.
Blow, blow, thou winter wind, thou art so unkind as winds in gratitude. Thy tooth is not so keen, because thou art not seen, although thy breath be rude. Hey ho, sing hey ho, unto the green.
Not seen him since. Sir, sir, that cannot be. But were I not to the better part made mercy, I should not seek an absent argument of my revenge now present.
As the plot thickens, we know that Frederick is his name. His own daughter Celia has fled with Rosalind.
It is rumored that the two girls are traveling to company with the gallant young wrestler Foyle Charles. Currently full of touch that engaged in a witty assessment of country life.
Orlando now spends his time decorating the force of love homes with the fair maid who charmed him at the wrestling. Unfortunately, one melancholy lord of the forest remains unimpressed. Rosalind is smitten. Unfortunately, being dressed as the boy Ganymede presents some interesting problems in getting Orlando to notice her.
But in cases of young love, ingenuity will prevail. Rosalind wishes to test the depth of Orlando's affections by seeing if his devotion may be shaken. So Ganymede convinces Orlando to try to cure himself of his love malady by allowing a clever youth to impersonate Orlando's Rosalind in a most obnoxious fashion.
But to look to it. Find out thy brother, wheresoever he is, seek him with a candle, bring him dead or living within this 12-month, or turn no more to seek a living in our territory. Thy lands and all things thou dost call thine worth seizure, to be seized into our hands, for thou canst quit thee by thy brother's mouth of what we think against thee.
If only your highness knew my heart in this. I never loved my brother in my life.
More villain thou. Well, push him out of doors. And my officers of such nature make extend upon his house and lands. Do 6 me and turn him going.
Hang there, my verse, in witness of my love. And thou, thrice-crowned queen of night, survey with thy chaste eye from thy pale sphere above thy huntress's name, which my full life doth sway. O Rosalind, these trees shall be my books, and in their barks my thoughts are character, that every eye which in this forest looks shall see thy virtue witnessed everywhere. Run, run, Orlando, carve on every tree the fair, the chaste, and on the expressive sheep.